Morning, kids. Mr. G. John here. I'm coming to you from my kitchen. I decided for my lesson today that I would spend some time teaching you guys how to cook. I want to teach you guys how to make dumplings. Dumplings are wonderful little packages of food, if you want to think of them like that. They have a wrapper on the outside, which is made of almost like a pasta, and on the inside you can put just about anything you want. We're going to make some vegetable and meat ones today. But I even thought that you could take like cheese and some pepperonis and you could make little packages that look like Hot Pockets. This is a wonderful way for you guys to spend time during this terrible time in our world history. So you could make something nice for your family to eat and at the same time spend some time using your brain and solving some cooking problems. So enjoy, and here's how we're going to get started. Okay, you only need 2 ingredients. You need 2 1/4 cups of flour and 3/4 of a cup of warm water. So now you're going to mix that together. I put in like half of it, and then I started mixing. Next you put a little bit of flour on your countertop, just a little bit, and then you dump what you did in the bowl. This is what it should look like in the bowl. See, it's kind of dry. We're going to make it all come together now. So after a couple minutes, it's starting to really come together. But if you feel that it's sticky on your fingers, just get some more flour and kind of rub it on there. And then you can do something called knead it. This is kneading. You take one side and push it down. Take the other side, push it down. And you take the top and smush it. That's fun. Turn it, you can smush it again. See, I just destroyed it. So the next thing is, I'm just going to put it into a nice little ball. I'm just going to roll my hands around like this. And then I'm going to let it sit. It's got to sit for like 15 minutes and it's got to rest. Something about some chemical inside, and it needs to spread itself out and get all loose and stuff so that when you touch it, this thing gets all springy and looks like rubber. And then we can start to make it into our wrappers, our dumpling wrappers. 2 kinds of dumplings today. We're going to make a vegetable one that will have no meat in it, and then we're just going to use a little bit of hamburger. We decided that my assistant, my daughter, is going to help out today too. So this is just some ramen noodles. We're going to make the ramen noodles and then chop up the noodle part so that you have a little bit of something inside that's kind of noodly. That's going to be in both of them. So we've got mushrooms, carrots, a little bit of onion, and you just kind of eyeball it and stick it all into the meat or into another bowl for the vegetable part. All right, kids, before you use any knives or anything, make sure mom and dad know what you're doing. That way you don't, lose a finger or anything. We don't need that going on. So what I've got is some onions here, and I just chop them up. I'm chopping them up tiny, teeny tiny, because nobody in my house likes to eat a nice big fat onion. I don't mind them, but the smaller I can make these, the more chance I have of people actually eating these. So I'm cutting them up really small. Here's a trick I learned to cut up a carrot. They say you got to cut a carrot so that you have a part that doesn't move around. So I cut a nice big flat side on one side, and now I can chop this up into tinier pieces, and it's a little easier. You might want to get mom and dad to help you with this part, because we want little tiny pieces to put inside the dumplings. So you see how thin I cut that? Okay, the next step is we're going to put a little bit of soy sauce in. I'm not going to use too much. just like that. One's the vegetable, one's the meat one. And see, I'm gonna throw some garlic powder. Okay, so now it's time to take our dough because it's nice. You notice like when I push my finger in it now, the finger mark stays there. That lets you know it's ready to go. I'm gonna cut a little chunk off, put the other stuff aside. You take a little bit more flour and you flour the counter again, just a little bit of flour, and now we're gonna roll it. We roll it into so that it's the same size like a worm, and then we're going to chop it into little bits. This is the size right about here. So I have a special piece of equipment that, well, it's not really that special, but this is a ravioli maker. I make homemade raviolis sometimes, so what you do is you put the dough across the top, you put the filling inside, and then you close it, and it makes this neat little pattern on here. But here's the next step. Before you get to that, you have to take one of the pieces and flatten it out. I made this out of just a regular piece of wood, but you can use a rolling pin, and I'm just going to roll it in all directions to get it nice and big. And this is where you kind of look at the bit that you cut and you go, okay, well, like, see, I messed that up. This isn't big enough. So I'm just going to take another piece of it. I'll put it back together again and smush it, make the piece bigger, and now that works. It's part of that whole problem solving and cooking. That's not that hard of a problem to solve, but just to let you know that you can make a mistake with it and then you can fix it really easy. Look at that little circle. Now supposedly to get a really good circle, you just got to turn it a quarter of a turn, just like I just did there. And a quarter of a turn again. But I don't care if it looks like a real circle or not, because it's going to go right on here. Here goes the next steps. I'm going to put it on my form first so you can see how one of them comes out with the form. Put about a little teaspoon of the insides. Remember, whatever you want to put in here will work. Now you take this, smush it with your finger, and then close it. And you got a nice looking little dumpling. Set that off to the side so that it has time to dry. And once again, I'm going to put two of my little niblets together here, and I'll just make one. I'm going to show you how to do it now. So in case you want to do it and you don't have one of those ravioli makers, you can spend a little time doing something that looks pretty cool. And if you look it up online, you can find a lot of different ways to fold these. You can make them look like little baskets. In this case, I'm going to just take some of this meat and I'm going to put it in the middle. Let me bend this down. And put it right in the middle. Now I'm going to take one side and close it over. Now you can see I've got the dumpling shape. Now I'm going to take a fork and I'm going to close it by using a fork. And you got another dumpling right here. Here's another way that you can fold it. You can take it and then pick it up. And then this is the fancy part. I don't know how to do it really, but you fold over the edge. And I'm sure somebody that knows how to make these dumplings for real is looking at this going, what is that mess? But you see, like, it makes like a little pouch and then you just kind of squeeze it together. It's like a little purse. Little purse with meat in it. Here, watch Kate live the dream for a second.
Don't judge me if I can't. I'm going to try to do it.
It's alright, just bend it over.
I'm going to try to do it the way that I...
Oh, she's going to try and do the fancy one.
I am.
Oh, goodness. Thank goodness. One of us could do it. Show the little people. Get over here. Come on, you're demonstrating.
Sorry, little
It's
people.
all right.
I'm trying.
She's
so I'm
full.
like
Get
bending.
closer. Get closer. Like right to the screen. Like, oh, that's too close.
I'm bending and kind of like making it like almost like a ladder, like squeeze in, and it kind of is. It's not turning out very good.
It's
but
working. She's making another little meat purse. I think you're working on the vegetable ones, though,
I
right?
am doing the vegetable ones,
These are vegetable purses,
just in case you don't like meat.
right?
And then
We're totally gonna make the pizza ones at
and
some
then
point.
It's
It's a purse.
it's okay.
Let's see, little people. Look at that. I'm gonna squeeze it a little bit more. There we go. All right, now we've got our dumplings all set here. Take a look at them. And we made them all different shapes and sizes. I'm sure, you know, like the machine one, the one when we put it in the specialty thing, that comes out the same every time. Now we're gonna cook them. So I'm just gonna use a little bit of oil. This is definitely something you want to get mom and dad to do. I'm gonna fry them up with a little bit of oil, not too much. Some of these there's another way that you can do it. You can steam these. I'm going to try and steam a few of them. So here they go, right in. I'm going to flip these over. I'll pull one out in a second and you can take a look. You see one side's getting cooked pretty good. Where's the camera? There it is.
Woo.
So this next part's a little bit goofy. I've got some hot oil in there. I'm just going to put a little bit of water and then cover it really quickly. And if your parents are doing this and they're watching this, it's gonna make a whole bunch of noise. I'm getting my cover ready. I don't like how that sounds. Making a whole bunch of racket. So what's happening right now is it's getting steamed up and it started to spit. That's why you gotta have the cover ready immediately. Obviously you're not doing this. Okay, so now we've got our dumpling is done. I don't know how appetizing it looks on the plate here. Let me see. There we go. Now we cut this up and we cut it in half. And you can see the inside. Everything's cooked and it's all ready to go. So it's ready to go, and we just take it, and oh my God, it's burning hot, so I can't even eat it right now. Good luck, kids, and what I want to see you do is if you can take a picture of what you did and you can just post it somewhere, that would be awesome. Have a great rest of the day, and good luck.
This is the dumpling eating section of your video.
You know, like in cooking shows, they always show the people like eating it.
Food, like, this is so good.
One time I'd like to see him go, oh, that's terrible. But this is, I think we did good. We did good. Look, it's terrible. It was the worst ever.
Aha.
No, it was very good. The real trick's going to be you can't eat the whole thing. You'll get sick. So save some. Good luck, kids.
Put it in the freezer.
Put it in the freezer.